All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our 3-day Get Paid Challenge. I am, of course, Coriel, the creator of this 3-day Get Paid Challenge. I am an author, a serial entrepreneur, and an educator who managed to turn my $32,000 teaching salary into a six-figure brand. And when I say serial entrepreneur, I mean it. Like, you name it, I've done it. If it's legal, I have sold it. And I love to add that to my intro because I am able to speak from so many different experiences, from the classroom teacher to the party planner to the travel agent. I've worn so many hats and I've been able to do so many amazing things. But one thing that I've truly become more passionate about most recently is passive income. I'm really on a mission to help other women, as many other women around the world as possible, walk away from what's no longer serving them and start getting paid what they're worth. Okay? And it took me a really long time. I'm talking a really long time. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 17, and it took me a really long time to start getting paid what I was worth. And it all started with realizing what I was worth. And so that's why day one of the Get Paid Challenge is all about mindset. So I created the Get Money Gang, which is where most of you all heard about this challenge. I created the Get Money Gang, which is the formula for more wealth with less work. And it's all about passive income. It's all about passive income. It's all about how you can actually get paid without killing yourself, how you can be successful without being a slave. Because a lot of people are starting businesses and they end up in this self-employment slavery. You've literally enslaved yourself. Yes, you have a business that you might actually love, but if you are not charging what you're worth, it's eventually going to feel like it's not worth your time. And if you are not working with people who you actually want to be working with, then you're going to feel exhausted. You're going to feel burnt out. You're going to be wondering why in the world you actually started this business in the first place, okay? And so in order to really save you the stress, in order to save you the frustration, I created the Get Money Gang so that I could share some of the lessons that I've had to learn the hard way for how you can actually do the things that you love doing, but also get paid to do them. All right. So it's the best of both worlds. Not only do you get to spend your time doing the things that you love to do, but you can also feel good about it because you're making money from it. Okay. And so this 3-day Get Paid Challenge is all about helping you to solidify the idea that is going to create more income. How can you create a new stream of income? That's the question that I want you asking yourself throughout this 3-day challenge. My goal is to get your creative juices flowing so that you can create more coins, okay? Now, this is not a one-on-one challenge. Hold on, let me plug up my MacBook. Y'all know how these Mac products do. We don't want no issues. So this is not a one-on-one challenge. It's not a one-on-one coaching thing. So I'm not going to be able to give you all specific strategies for the ideas that you want to implement in your business. However, the goal of this 3-day challenge is to get your creative juices flowing so that you can start thinking about which ideas should take priority. Because we all have amazing ideas. All of us have amazing ideas. We're all sitting on $1 million ideas, but you're not going to manifest it until you really have a strategy behind it, until you really figure out which of these ideas is most profitable, which of these ideas is going to take the least amount of work, the least amount of time, the least amount of resources, but provide a return on your investment. Okay, so that's what we're going to be working through during this 3-day challenge. Now, tonight, again, is all about mindset. We're going to be talking about mindset, marketing, and monetization. But before we even start talking about money, which y'all know I wore my Today's Mood shirt. Y'all see it? Today's mood, everyday mood is to make money. I love talking about money, and I'm going to have this on every night. Don't judge me. It will be a clean one. This is my uniform. I have several. I love talking about money, but we can't even get there until we go to the mindset. We can't even think about making money until we start focusing on your mindset. Before I got my mind right, I was a mess, okay? This was me before I realized who I was. Before I realized and recognized that I was royalty. Before I remembered who I was created to be. This is who I was, right? I look a hot mess, and I love showing this photo so that y'all know that the glow up is mad real, okay? It's amazing what will happen to you both inside and outside once you start thinking differently. Once you start really, truly believing that you were born to be somebody, that you were born to do something special, that you were sent here at this time to share a message, to manifest something that's going to help the world. All right, so here I was before I realized who I was. I was overworked, I was underpaid, and I was unfulfilled. I got to show my Instagram, people. Check this out. Looking a hot mess. A hot mess, okay? This is literally a physical representation of what you look like when you don't know your worth, when you don't know your value, when you are complacent, when you are comfortable. I look real comfortable and complacent in that photo, okay? Before I got my mind right, I was basing the decisions that I made off of what other people were doing. I was basing my decisions off of the comforts of complacent people. Some of y'all are stuck in situations and stuck in circumstances that you feel like you have no control over because you're basing your decisions off of the thoughts, the beliefs, and the comforts of comfortable people. Nothing amazing comes to your comfort zone. Nothing amazing is coming to you as long as you're comfortable. We got to start there. In order for you to be successful and in order to actually sustain that success, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You're going to have to do some things that you thought you would never do. You're going to have to sacrifice some things that you thought you really needed. You're going to have to go without some things that you thought you couldn't live without. You're going to have to invest the time, the effort, the energy into the things that you say that you want. Right? And so this is me before I knew that it was going to take an uncomfortable situation. I was living real comfortable right here, okay? I was depending on that paycheck, that one source of income, $2,800 one time per month. If you've never had to budget a paycheck for an entire month, you ain't struggled, okay? That one paycheck life, I ain't about it. I don't know how I did it. It's amazing the things that you can look back on and say, oh my God, I can't believe I made it through that. I don't know how I survived on $2,800 one time a month, but somehow I made it work. But that's all I thought was possible. Before I got my mind right, I struggled to fully even realize what success meant because of my surroundings. Because I was surrounding myself with people who were comfortable. I was surrounding myself with people whose idea of success was having a quote unquote good job, was getting these good benefits, right? Was working hard. That was their definition of success. And that was really what was determining my own definition of success, right? Before I got my mind right, I based my ideas of what was possible for myself based on what other people were doing. So because so-and-so got a master's degree, I started to believe that that master's degree meant success. Because so-and-so bought a house, I started to believe that buying a house meant success. Two of the decisions that I regret most in my life. Let's talk about number 3. Because so-and-so was getting married, I felt like, oh, it means I'm successful if I got a husband. I literally went out and got that master's degree. I literally went out and bought that condo. I literally went out and found that man to marry. 3 of the worst decisions that I ever made. Literally, the 3 decisions, I don't want to say I regret them because all of it is part of the process, right? All of it is part of my story. All of it added value and taught me something that I could take to the next level and into the next experience. However, all of those decisions were rooted in what I saw other people doing. I was literally defining my success based on what other people thought, based on what other people were doing, based on the decisions that other people were making for their lives. I was on the outside looking in, thinking that I needed what they had just because it looked like they had it, right? And so I know what it means to base your level of success off of what other people think that you're capable of, off of what other people think that they are capable of. Some of us are surrounding ourselves with people who are trying to convince us that our ideas are too big because they're small-minded. They're trying to convince us that we are not favored because they think that God's not favoring them. They're trying to convince us that we don't have a blessing attached to our name because they have not found their blessing yet. And so the very first part of this Get Paid Challenge, it's all about mindset. It's all about starting with that solid foundation, because if you don't have your mind right, everything that you manifest is going to be a mess. I freestyled that. I ain't even had that on my notes. Somebody write that down, tweet me, tag me, post me. If you don't have your mind right, whatever you manifest is going to be a mess. I have done it. Okay? That master's degree that I got, I ended up in what? $90,000 worth of debt. Didn't make $90,000 using it, but I got to pay that $90,000 off to Sally Mae because she will not fall back. Okay? Sally Mae is going to collect those coins. That condo that I thought I had to have because buying property was just the next best thing to do, foreclosed on it. I didn't foreclose on it because I couldn't afford it. I foreclosed on it because it ended up being a bad business decision. It was a bad financial decision. All because I was chasing behind what other people were doing or what other people were defining as success. That relationship, worst situation I could have been in, right? Ended up in an abusive relationship with somebody who did not even deserve a moment of my time because I thought that I had to base my level of success off of what somebody else thought that I should have. A man was going to fulfill me, right? And so as long as you are basing your beliefs off of what other people believe for you or what other people believe about themselves, you're going to find yourself overworked, underpaid, and unfulfilled. Okay? So we got to start there. Before you can make money, you got to get your mind right. All right? And so tonight's thought, again, the challenge for you is to get real about your goals and figure out how your mindset affects what you manifest. That's the goal, to get real about your goals and figure out how your mindset is affecting what you are manifesting, all right? Because it takes more than idea to create income, more than a good idea. We all got good ideas, but we all ain't making income, okay? It takes the right mindset to sustain your money, the right mindset. More than just a good idea, it takes the right mindset to not just make money, but sustain it, okay? Because we can nickel and dime. We can make a little bit here and a little bit there, but if you want to make and sustain real income, consistent income, you're going to have to get your mind right, okay? So let's get into it. If you are tuning in on Instagram, peace out. You got to sign up for the Get Paid Challenge in order to get the rest of this goodness. I'm about to get into it, and you are missing out. So click the link in my bio. Go there now. Peace. All right. Now, y'all about to get the good stuff. Let's get into it. Number one, in order to truly get paid, in order to truly master your mindset, you got to get out of your own way. We got to start there. You have to get out of your own way in order to master your mindset. You are the only one that can stop your success. One of two ways. Either A, you're sabotaging yourself. That's the first way you can stop your success. Or B, you're believing that someone else has the power to stop you. Let me say that again. You are the only one that can stop your success by either A, sabotaging yourself, or B, believing that somebody else has the power to stop you. You're either messing yourself up or you're giving somebody else the opportunity. You're giving somebody else the power to get you off your square. You're giving somebody else the power to make you step away from your purpose. It all comes back to you. When I got out of that abusive relationship, I could have been bitter and mad and sad and blamed him and cried about it for the rest of my life. But I had to take responsibility. I had to realize that I got myself into this situation. I was thinking something messed up for me to think that I deserved this, right? There was something going on internally. There was some limiting belief that I had to have to end up in this relationship. And so it all starts with you. Everything is rooted in you. So what are your limiting beliefs? Throughout tonight's session, I'm not only going to be sharing with you all some of my limiting beliefs, some of the things that I've struggled with, and some of the things that have helped me to really make more money by building my mindset up. I'm also going to challenge you to ask yourself some questions so that, again, you can get real about your goals and figure out how your mindset might be hindering your money. Okay, so what are your limiting beliefs? When it comes to money, what do you really believe about money? How was your parents' beliefs about money? What did they believe about money? What did you grow up thinking about finances? Were your parents entrepreneurs? Were your parents on welfare, Section 8? Were your parents always nickel and diamond? Were your parents wealthy? Who do you come from, right? And I know that we are here to talk about the money, but y'all, I cannot talk about the money without talking about the mindset because it's so strongly related. Seriously. If you start going to therapy, I promise you, your money's going to change. Like when you start working on dropping that emotional baggage that you've been holding on to, when you start getting real about where your beliefs come from and how your childhood still affects right now today, what you do, how you think, how you feel about yourself. When you get real about that stuff, you'll start to notice the shift in your income. You'll start to see a change in your money. Okay. So what are your limiting beliefs about money? Do you feel like money is evil? Do you feel like you have to scam people to be successful, to be profitable? That if you're making a lot of money, you got to be, scamming somebody. You got to be a fraud. What are your limiting beliefs about strength? Right? Some of us think that we aren't strong unless we're stressed out. We aren't strong unless we're dealing with too much. We're not strong unless we're being abused, so we can show our strength. What are your limiting beliefs about your strength, about your power, about your mindset? Some of us have limiting beliefs right now today at 30 and 40 years old based on what our parents told us, based on what our mama said when we was 5 years old. We're still judging ourselves based on the way our parents judged us as children, based on the way our big sister talked to us when we were younger, based on what our granny said to us when we were a child. Okay, a lot of those things are affecting you in ways that you haven't even realized yet. And so I want to challenge you to challenge yourself. Don't just think that you got all the answers. Like after we're done here tonight, go back through these questions and really ask yourself, what do you believe about money? What do you believe about relationships? What do you believe about strength, about power, about your mindset, about your worthiness? I used to struggle with, staying stuck in jobs, staying stuck in friendships, staying stuck in relationships that no longer served me just because I was comfortable. Just because it felt cool. It was good. Like nothing's really wrong. It could be better, but I don't really have nothing to complain about. So I'm going to stay here. That's a limiting belief, not thinking that you deserve better. I used to struggle with believing that I had to slave in order to be successful. Any teachers out there know that you are not just working a 9 to 5. Like you are working overtime all the time, nights, weekends. You are not ever off as a teacher. Okay. You're always constantly thinking and plotting and planning on something. I used to think that if you were not slaving, you didn't deserve to be successful. That was a limiting belief. I used to think that I needed everyone's approval or permission to follow my purpose. Some of y'all are sitting back there waiting on the cosigner, and that's why you ain't got no coins. You waiting on somebody to co-sign your idea. You could have been got paid on that idea. I can't tell you how many people told me the Single Wives Club was a dumb idea. How you gonna make money off of that? That was everybody's favorite question. I don't really get it. Like, it sounds good, but how is that a business? How are you gonna make money? Well, guess what? I really, the way my schedule is set up, I really don't have time to sit here and to explain to you my business model, but watch me get this check. Watch me go do it. And not only did I create a 6-figure brand off of something that people had no idea how I was possibly going to make money off of, not only did I make more than 6 figures off of it, I sold it. I made money off of getting rid of it. Okay? So while you're sitting back here waiting on somebody to co-sign your idea, you could turn that idea into income right now and have them wondering how you did it. Those same people who could not understand why I wanted to do this. How is this going to make you any money? Girl, you just wasting your time. This is just a passion project. It's not going to be profitable. All of those same people, they want to know how I did it. They want me to help them do it now. Okay? So don't waste your time trying to explain to people. Don't waste your time trying to get people to see what you already see and what you already know is possible. Don't waste your time. Okay? So you have to stop limiting yourself. You have to get out of your own way. The other thing that I used to struggle with was trusting the opinions of other people more than I trusted myself. Some of us have not learned how to tap into our gut instinct yet. You haven't learned how to tune into your intuition yet. So you want to sign up for every coaching program. You want every expert, every tutor, every mentor, everybody who will listen to you. You want advice from everybody because you don't trust yourself. And I'm not saying that you don't need help. I'm not saying that you don't need a coach, but I'm not going to give you your business idea. I'm going to help you grow the business idea that you come to me with. Okay, I'm going to help you take your business idea from 0 to 100 real quick, but I'm not going to create your idea and build it up for you. You got to do that yourself. You already have all those answers, though. That's the beautiful thing. You already have everything you need to get everything you want. You just got to learn how to tap into it. You just got to learn how to tune into your intuition and start trusting yourself more than you trust everybody else. And then the last thing that I used to struggle with was letting procrastination keep me from my purpose. Letting procrastination, thinking I was too busy. And then I realized I'm not too busy. I'm just really not interested in doing this. Because when I found the things that I was passionate about, it wasn't enough procrastination in the world to keep me away from doing them. I was up all night. I was waking up early. I was doing whatever I had to do to get it done because I was excited about it. I was passionate about it. So if you've been procrastinating about getting things done, A, it might not be for you, or B, you might need to just hire somebody to do it for yourself. Because you could literally be standing in your own way, sabotaging your own success by procrastinating or by wasting your time doing things that you're not passionate about, okay? So number one, the first principle in getting your mind right so you can get to this money is get out of your own way. Again, you are your only limit. You're the only person that can stop yourself. Only you. Either you sabotaging your success or you allowing somebody else to sabotage you. Only way it's going to happen. The second key in getting your mind right so you can get paid, no new friends equals no new funds. The same old people will have you with the same old pockets. They'll have you in the same old position. Okay? If you are still in the same place today that you were last year on this day, you might need to check your surroundings. All right? I told y'all a couple weeks ago on my Confessions of a Workaholic podcast that you cannot boss up with bums. And I just got to say it again. Okay? You cannot boss up with people who aren't bossy. You can't boss up with people who have broke mindsets. You can't boss up with people who don't see the value in being a boss. You'll literally spend your time and waste your time trying to explain to them why they should be invested in themselves, why they should be seeking success. So I literally had a friend, a boyfriend, more than a boyfriend though, he was a friend. Before we ever dated, for years, we were friends. I'm not talking about we were like Facebook friends. I'm talking about like real, in your face, seeing each other on a regular basis, friends. Turned into a boyfriend. And literally 2 years after dating, so this is 4 years in total, 2 years after dating, he swindles me out of close to $20,000. It's $17,000 and some change, but because it's $17,000, I feel like I can just round it up to 20. Okay, this is somebody who I was not just, sleeping with, but friends. We were friends, because you can sleep with people who y'all know how y'all do, be in them situationships. This was not one of them. This was a relationship and a friendship. Swindled me right out of $20 and had the nerve to tell me, you a boss, you'll get it back. I just had to do a moment of silence because that hurt my feelings to hear it, to hear myself say it. Nevertheless, if I had been a little bit more mindful of my surroundings, if I had been a little bit more conscious to my crew, that never would have happened. I never would have allowed him to get that close. I never would have allowed myself to get in a situation. I would have seen the red flags. I would have been paying attention to the signs. I would have been listening a little bit better. I would have been watching a little more closely. I would have been asking more questions. I would have been keeping more to myself, right? If I had really been taking myself seriously. If I had really taken the time to evaluate my environment, survey my circle, it never would have happened. I never would have allowed myself to be in that position, okay? And so the question that I want you to ask yourself, are your friends a reflection of who you are, of where you are going, or where you've been? Because he was a clear reflection of where I had been and not where I was going. But because I was just comfortable, because I was just used to him, because I was just cool in this situation, I stayed stuck. And I stayed stuck for a little too long and ended up getting swindled, okay? And so it's time right now, today, for you to really, truly ask yourself if the people who you are spending your time with are a reflection of where you're going or where you have been, okay? Who's challenging you to be better, to do better? Who's inspiring you? Who's brainstorming with you? Who's believing in you? Who's investing in you? Who's supporting you? And I'm not just talking about supporting you like liking your pictures, reposting your stuff. I'm talking about really supporting you. Who's believing in you? Okay? Sometimes all you need is the belief of someone else. Sometimes all you need is somebody who can tell you, you can do this. I see it in you. I see more than what you are currently doing. I see better for you. Sometimes you just need people around you to speak life into you when sometimes you can't see it for yourself, okay? Negative energy will leave you with a negative bank account. Energy is transferable. And so the people that you are around, whether they are positive or negative, will absolutely positively affect you. It's going to affect your energy. It's going to affect your income, okay? If you are hanging around people who are always complaining, you're going to end up having nothing but complaints. No coins, just complaints. Versus spending your time with people who are seeking success. Spending your time with business-minded people who are talking about making business deals, okay? You want to make sure you are spending your time with people who are a reflection of where you want to go. Not just people that you're comfortable with, Not just people that you grew up with. Not just people that you're used to being with. Okay? So important. Your friends are absolutely going to reflect in your funds. And entrepreneurship can absolutely be lonely. Let me just say this. If you are at the place right now where you feel like, I don't have any friends who get it, I don't have any friends who are going where I'm going, I don't have any friends who are business minded, who are trying to invest in themselves, guess what? It's cool because the law of attraction is really real. And the more you become that woman who's investing in herself, the more you become that business-minded, goal-oriented woman, your circle's going to start to change. Your surroundings going to start to change. You're going to start to attract like-minded and like-spirited people, people who are seeking success. At the right time, the right people will show up. I promise you. At the right time, the right people will show up. I guarantee you. The third key in getting paid is that environment is everything. Okay? Environment is everything. So I want you to ask yourself this. Are your surroundings conducive to your success? Are your surroundings conducive to your success? Are you in a space with, a positive space with positive energy where you can be open, you can be honest, you can be your authentic self? Are you positioned to prosper and be profitable? Are the people around you prosperous and profitable? You hanging around broke people, you're going to be broke. Okay? And you're either going to be broke because your mindset is going to start to shift, like it's going to start to break down, or you're going to end up trying to pay for everything for these broke people that you're going to end up broke. Okay? So if you are around people who want to stay stuck, you're going to end up stuck in that same position. Environment is everything when it comes to your success. What does your circle say about you? Write that down. Write that one down, because that one is really going to cause you to check yourself. It's going to make you get real. You ain't got to tell me, but you can keep it real with yourself. Okay? What does your circle say about you? Because mine used to say that I was wild. Like, I had a homegirl one time that was doing such crazy stuff. She was a thought before thought even existed. Okay? She was doing such crazy stuff. I couldn't even be friends with her no more because it was a reflection of me. I was starting to think that people thought that I was like that because that's how she acted. So she was a reflection of me in a bad way, right? My friends, according to her, you would think I was wild. My circle used to say that I was broke because I was hanging around people that was broke. They didn't want to go nowhere. They didn't want to do nothing. They didn't want to invest in anything. Nothing. They were just broke. My circle used to say that I was scared to try new things because I spent all of my time with people who were so limited in their thinking, so closed-minded to new things, never wanted to hear about opportunities, thought everything was a scam, never wanted to try anything. My circle used to say that my priority was partying because I was hanging out with people that didn't want to do anything but go to the club, go to happy hour. My circle used to say that I didn't take myself seriously, right? So what does your circle say about you? And don't start making excuses for the people who are a part of your circle, okay? Who's in your circle? Just because you've been friends with so-and-so since first grade, you are not obligated to be friends with her today at 40, okay? Y'all don't have no untold secret bond that you are just going to burn up in flames if you stop talking to this girl. If your homegirls are secretly haters, you can let them go. I'm giving you permission right now tonight. You have my permission to let them go. Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go where you're going. Okay? You don't have room for everybody to go with you. If they can't grow with you, they can't go with you. Again, I'm freestyling, so somebody write that down, tweet me, post it, tag me. If they can't grow with you, they can't go with you. All right? Environment is everything. What is your circle saying about you? Now, besides friends, you got to surround yourself with bosses, right? But first, because I know some people are going to say, okay, I don't have any bossy friends, right? But first you got to be a boss yourself. In order to surround yourself with bosses, you have to be a boss. You got to be one because the law of attraction is really real. So I couldn't surround myself with bosses until I started taking myself seriously, until I started investing in myself. If I send out a proposal to work with somebody who is like on this level, like, I don't know, has been on national TV, has been, an award-winning entrepreneur, a millionaire, a self-made millionaire, but I have like a Gmail email. I don't have any professional pictures on my website. I don't have a professional website. I'm not on the same level with her. So if I reach out to her, even if I know my stuff, even if I am the shit, I look like shit because I don't have myself together because I'm not taking myself seriously. And so in order to sit at the table with bosses, you got to show up looking like a boss. You have to take yourself serious. You have to invest in yourself. You have to create a cohesive brand. You have to bring something to the table. You know you're the shit, but if you literally look like shit to everybody else, how are they supposed to know? God knows your heart. We don't. We just know what you're putting out there. We just know what is on the good old internet. Okay? That's all we know about you. So if you don't take yourself seriously, you are not going to attract people who take themselves seriously. Okay? It's so important for you to understand that in order to surround yourself with bosses, you got to be a boss. Like attracts like. Okay? Bosses want to be around other bosses. So you have to take yourself seriously. You have to prove that you can play your position. What are you bringing to the table besides a plate? What are you bringing of value? You have to have something to offer, right? You have to show people what you're working with. And so in order to really, truly secure the bag and sustain that bag, you got to surround yourself with someone who already secured the bag. You got to surround yourself with people who are on that next level, who can help you position yourself to get to that next level too, or who can reach down and pull you up to that next level, right? So like attracts like. The law of attraction is really real. My friends and I now are not just drinking together. I still love a sangria and a glass of champagne very regularly. But that's not all we're doing. We're investing in businesses together. We're sharing resources. One of my friends just a couple months ago connected me with the executive assistant that I hired. And when I say this girl is changing my business, and I wouldn't have known about her if somebody hadn't connected me to her, if somebody hadn't referred me to her. I went from dating clowns and trying to boss up with bums. Me and my bae now, we just started a business together and we're already profitable. I have never started a business that has been this profitable, this fast, and I definitely ain't did it with a bae. But because my mindset has changed, because what I'm putting out into the world has changed, what I'm getting back has changed. Because I am putting out boss energy by making boss moves and having a bossy mindset, I'm attracting boss-minded people. I'm attracting people who are ready for success. I'm attracting people who are ready to stop talking about it and start being about it, ready to stop wishing and start working. All right? And so I am so excited about this Get Paid Challenge because I know that it's going to be a blessing. I know that it is going to help so many people figure out how they can be profitable and how they can actually get paid what they are worth. So for everybody who's stuck around, I have a very special resource. This is a day one special. So every single day for the Get Paid Challenge, I'm going to have something different, something special for you. And this is tonight's Take Action special. This is the resource that I have. So because I know that you all sign up for these challenges, you sign up for these webinars, you take these classes, you do these conferences, you consume all of this information, and then you don't apply it, I want to make sure that you are held accountable for applying this information, okay? So I have created something that's going to help you not just build your brand and grow your business and get paid what you are worth, but actually get to work doing it. Take action. Because I know you got ideas, but I want to help you actually take the action to turn those ideas into income, okay? So I have a Building a Profitable Brand webinar that I created. I want to say last year I created this Building a Profitable Brand. I'm sorry, it's an audio course, not a webinar. But it's a Building a Profitable Brand course for people who already are past the idea phase. Now, the next 2 days, we're going to talk about marketing and monetization. But for people who already are there, like you already have a brand and you want to know how to make it profitable, this is for you. This is an audio that is going to help you do that, really give you the strategies, the tips, the tricks, and the tools to build a profitable brand. But it's not just an audio. It also comes with a 20-minute take action session with your girl so that I can make sure that you have the actual strategies and the tools that you need, okay? So right now, what I want you to do, I want you to click into another window, open up your email. By now, you should have an email with all of the details for how you can start taking action. You don't have to wait till You don't have to wait till day 3 of this Get Paid Challenge to start taking action. I don't want you to have to wait until Thursday to get on it because I know some of y'all are ready to get started tonight. And for those of you who are ready to start taking action and building a profitable brand, that information is in your email. And some of y'all already know that because a couple people have already clicked. This is exciting. I love 1, 2. All right, 3 people, 4. Ooh, y'all ain't playing. Y'all are ready to take action. I knew you would be. Today was day 1 of the Get Paid Challenge, all about mindset. Again, before we start talking about making money and monetization and marketing your business, you have to understand that your mindset is going to impact what you manifest, okay? And so again, if you are ready to start taking action, all the information is already in your email. So definitely go there, check it out, and make sure you take action tonight. Because since it comes with that live session, and it's a session with me one-on-one, it's not like this. It's literally you and me on the phone. I don't have, a whole lot of time in my day for these 20-minute sessions, so I'm only doing 10. There's only 10 spots available. I should have said that first. And I think like 6 of them are already taken. So there's that. But I'll have something for you tomorrow and on day 3 as well. Super excited about this 3-day challenge. Make sure you send me your feedback. I want to make sure you are taking action. Go back through these 3 steps though. Tonight's 3 tips. Number 1, getting out of your own way. I want you to really uncover what your limiting beliefs are. What do you really believe about money? How do you really feel about relationships, strength, your mindset, what you are worth? Are your friends a reflection of where you're going or where you've been? Ask yourself that. And then, are you even positioned to profit? Are you even surrounding yourself with people who can position you, who can push you towards your purpose? Tomorrow, we are talking about marketing. For all of you who have ideas but don't know how to build a buzz, don't know how to get the word out, don't know how to actually make the masses aware of your magic, definitely make sure you are here tomorrow for day 2. I hope tonight was helpful. I love y'all. See y'all tomorrow.